Hello, my dear Aquarius friend. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Welcome to my channel, Tarot of the Twin Sun. Would like to work with the 1975 Royal Fez for the first iteration. I'm doing 3 portals for a situationship reading, having to deal with your love life and potential influences and energetic resonances that portray your love life. Hopefully there is resonance here. Take what you will. I will open up 3 portals and each one could have some sort of semblance to a story arc or a line of thought or energies between you and someone else, soulmates or otherwise. So I'll be opening the first portal now. Please relax, and if any thoughts flow through your mind, let them flow. Okay, first portal is open. My dear Aquarius, for January 2020, there is an energy here that has to do with you ascending to a type of higher consciousness with the sun. Overall happiness is to be found here, and there is a celebration of the inner child, some sort of higher consciousness coming into being. And there is also a need for you to set down something with a third party situation. There was the need for you to detach yourself emotionally and to use what you could to gain a type of victory and to gain some sort of truth in a situation. This has led to a type of illumination for you, and you've had to heal something, but it was very difficult to do so in this situation. Somehow you have come into being and released any pretensions with this situation. Any sort of outer influences have been negated and you have essentially come into power. But it seems like you're moving towards something that you haven't really worked hard for, and you're taking the path of least resistance to not really work hard on something, to let things naturally flow in a certain way. There is a commitment here, a commitment to something that is leading to your ultimate sense of fulfillment, a commitment of a higher form that has you essentially letting go of it seems like there's a fast-moving energy for you here in the month of January. You're letting go of something to move forward towards something, but your time in solitude will not be long, and you will have some sort of freedom, but not only that, an immediate calling towards something very fulfilling, something very righteous in a certain way. There is a sense of happiness in something where you have let go or released an energy or a person, and this is very fulfilling, and your higher purpose is coming into being. I see the Hierophant card as not some sort of commitments to another person, but more to an organization, or perhaps something that has to do with your 11th house, or something where a community or a calling of a higher form is very much in play in January. The Five of Swords energy that showed up earlier is very indicative of this judgment aspect coming in, where something from the past is not being let back in. Perhaps there was a part of you that was not really in your highest form, and you had to let that go. Something changed, or perhaps you got rid of something that was a bit naive. But there is something about this energy where you are reenacting this naivety and moving towards something that maybe may be fulfilling, but only in the way that a Zen master would see it. There is something about your ability to detach from a certain situation that is bringing you a great sense of joy. Communications will be very slow when it comes to this joy. There won't be the I think more friends and family, as well as communities and social groups, will be certainly on the cards for you, as opposed to anything that has to do with romance. There's an ability for you to tame your inner needs and desires, and to set these aside for some sort of higher purpose. But you may do this regretfully. Somehow your emotions are tied to the primal drives and the aspects of lust and desire that are with you. And you're setting these aside because they disgust you in a certain way, or perhaps you're looking to some sort of distant horizon. But there may be a slight element of sadness or regret when it comes to you making this choice to tame that inner beast and to begin a new beginning that has to do with some sort of higher purpose. Once again, the Hierophant card that showed up earlier, as well as the blank slate, as well as the ability to start something new, a new project or a new commitment, a new way of being and a new way of doing, is coming into January with full force. You may offer love, but only to people who are not people who are balanced. You're looking away from people who don't know how to manage their time and energy and resources, and perhaps someone is offering something to you, some sort of chance of victory when it comes to a past situation where they might, after walking away, decide to return back. But I don't know if this will be. There is a possibility that they will tempt you to return to a cycle from the past. But you know deep down inside, this is a hidden motivation of some deep, intense conflict between you and this person. Some sort of past iteration is wanting to come back in, but that cycle, it seems like it's played its course. At the same time, it's not willing to completely close off. This person has a great deal of power on their side. I see these two cards as very powerful cards: emotional power, as well as power in terms of domain and in terms of legacy. This person is very intensely powerful. Whoever this is from the past, they may try to return in a certain way, but I don't think you will be accepting them, because you have found some sort of written contract, a purpose that has to do with a karmic injustice, and seeing this for what it is. What it is essentially some sort of lack of your energy, and you have got to find that somehow. Find your purpose, your star of purpose, as well as find a community or a sense of harmony with the world around you. Therefore, this beginning that you've been waiting for, or that they've been waiting for you, will not occur. There may be a chance that they are stuck at a crossroads, or perhaps that you are, and you're trying to place your passions in the right basket in order to find some sort of hidden truth. This person from the past, though, still causes a great deal of fear, and nostalgia may creep up in very subtle ways through dreams or perhaps astral visions. And you may notice that there is something that has to do with the heartbreak that was around this, some sort of terrible cycle of constriction and restriction, as well as toxicity, may be involved in this situation, and you've decided to cut it out in a certain way because of the great deal of emotional energy. And with the eclipse energy, a need or a shift had to occur. Okay. That first iteration is over. Very intense reading. I'm going to switch over decks to the 1890 deck. The French school, Alietta, 1890. This deck is 130 years old. A very good deck. So I'm going to shift over, close off that portal, and start anew. Yeah. Okay, this deck is ready. Okay, this read, I'm going to look for harmony. So this portal is all about harmonics and the need to bring in that harmony that you may be seeking for in January. There is a sense of sincerity on a quest for not only truth, but a passionate quest that you have begun in the month of January. You seem to be setting your territories when it comes to this sincerity, and this sincerity has to do with an emotional echo from the first portal. The Nine of Cups shows up in the reverse, and this speaks to me of not contentment, but deep welling emotions that are full of life as well as full of power. The sincerity is your strength in the month of January, and as you stand in your power as homme de campagne, homme de campagne, which is French for essentially the man of rods, or the man of campaigns. So this is a ruler, a conquest, someone who's on conquest, someone who is a ruler, and it's kind of like the emperor, kind of like the King of Swords, but more based on passion, based on the fire within. So it seems to me that the emotions that you have are quite convincing to a person that you may be dealing with, that that has you in a type of force majeure. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. Aries is also here, as well as water signs. But what I see with this card is essentially some sort of karmic cycle. You're looking away from this, though. The quest you're looking for, the conquest, the campaign you're looking for, is away from this force majeure. You're looking for a way to brutally pull yourself away from the chains that have been binding you in 2019 to move towards something new, something of chance with lottery here, something that has to do with your ability to find communities and to find harmonics on a very deep level, but more on a celestial level. Try to find the harmony that is not between people, but between you and greater celestial forces in the universe. It talks to me about trajectory and being able to make and plan and triangulate certain things that have to do more with a higher purpose, a higher call. Yeah, you're sort of taking the stance of the Hanged Man with La Prudence here. There's a type of temptation that has to do with this card, and you're showing a little bit of leg to tempt the forces of nature to see how far you can take it. Not only is there a snake at your heel, but there is a caduceus, which is the anti-serum to the snake's venom. Immediately you have not only temptation on your side, and you're willing to take chances, but you're also willing to feel the pain, and to feel the pain as it leaves your body. There's something very profound about this. It excuse me, it points to a type of desunion, which is the Knight of Rods energy here. There's something about what you do with this person that is sort of in and out. You may enter their lives and then leave suddenly, or perhaps you may be revisiting or promising that you won't. This leads to that harmonics I was talking about. There's something about the way you dictate your heart's desires and the way you set boundaries and you go on conquests, but then you still return to this force majeure. There is a type of person in your life who has a lot of water as well as a lot of earth in their chart, and they bind you in a certain way with not only materiality and a promise of commitment, but also an emotional offer, a cup of love, and they receive you, you receive them in a certain way. But it seems like you're either not there, or you're there occasionally, or you're there for good. It's kind of very interesting, because usually this card, when it's on the upright, it is very flighty, but when it's on the downright like this, it indicates, to me at least, some sort of work. There's a lot of work for you in January, and it seems like this person can be a little bit toxic for you, but there's a possibility that you may, with with this prudence card, with the Hanged Man, find out some sort of hidden truth, or perhaps you may see this as an act of karma. Either your karma or their karma is just not congruent, and the emotions they have may be a bit too toxic for you to handle. Therefore, the beginning that you seek with this person, or they seek with you, may not come to fruition. However, there is something about their energy that speaks of some sort of, this is your energy, some sort of escapist quality with the Six of Swords, with root. There is like a type of journey work that has to be done that negates emotions and moves away from emotional toxicity in order to find stability, okay? With the moon's energy here in the materiality of earth through the pentacles, 4 pentacles. So there's a type of grounding of emotions in a type of hold or a vice grip so that you don't lose control, okay? Don't worry, there's cycle work to be done here, and there's something about the sun's illumination on the moon and the reflection of that that gives you a sense of enlightenment, okay? Truth will come to you about some sort of gateway that was supposed to be taken but was not. Therefore, this beginning that they offer you may not be enough, okay? That iteration is over. Right, that was the Alieta deck, very strong deck. And now I am going to move to the Tarot of Forbidden Dreams. Tarot of Forbidden Dreams. This is by Elsa Kowalski. Anyways, it's a long name. And Eugene Benitsky. And there are, I believe, a couple that live in Geneva, Switzerland, and they produce this beautiful deck. So I'll be working with this real quick. This will be a fast iteration. Okay, third portal is open, second is closed. There is a new beginning that you're going on, a new beginning that has to do with swinging in and out of different energies, and there is a sense of temperance. There's a sense of patience that is no longer there. You've become impatient. You're becoming impatient with a new beginning of emotions, a new emotional beginning in which somebody will tempt you to feel their truth, and as you feel their truth, there will be also a type of hidden commitment, that might take you out of being very fixed with your emotions. You're content with your emotions. They may destabilize your emotions, and there may be a sense of temptation overall. But it seems to me that you're willing to take a new path and explore a new cycle with the World card. There may be a little bit of temptation, but I think overall you won't be bored. It certainly will be not so boring. So this is erotic as hell. But so just be very careful with this reading. If you want, just sign off. It's not, I won't take it to offense. There is some sort of transformation that has to occur. It's very sexual and it's very repressed in a certain way. Once you make this transformation, no longer will you be tempting others. You always have been, and your detached ways are certainly being celebrated with a hidden lover. This hidden lover will potentially create an imbalance, and this imbalance will lead to a type of war of the mind, and this mind war will essentially tempt this person, perhaps through flirtation and through some incredible acrobatic craziness. You may be tempted by many others, or they may have many options, but they may choose you because they think that you are the gateway to the infinite. And so if they do choose you, there will be a new beginning, and no longer will you be taking it in the wrong way. And there will be an option for you to celebrate in a way where you will be able to feel a number of influences coming from some sort of fearlessness. As you do this, there's a secret that you no longer fear, and you will find some sort of stability with this person, or they you, and this stability will lead to a type of misjudgment of character. Be careful, because this will also tempt you to deal with nostalgia from the past, and as it comes back, this memory will remind you of a type of time where you were restless and you needed to recover and regenerate something because of a lack of strength. And there will be a chance for you to get over any sort of misgivings with this person. And once you do, there is a type of intense offer of friendship and camaraderie, and also temptation. It's like outside looking in, you will see something happening to this person and their relationship with something else fall apart. And then there will be some sort of very intense constriction. So you have to be careful, because this won't lead to a strong commitment if this happens. There is something about this person's motivations that are not to be trusted. So I would recommend taking it easy with this person, okay? I would show you more cards, but they are very risque. Okay, I'm switching to the Russian deck, Russian Fairy Oracle. We'll pull a few cards. So take what you will, those portals are closed. Yeah. Okay, this person is offering commitment through a hidden joy or a hidden prosperity, a hidden boon here with the fish. Some sort of repressed emotions are going to surface and then cause some sort of getting over playing the victim. There's a lot of victimhood in modern love and in modern politics in general. Do not play the victim. This person may have played the victim in the past, but this may have actually been something of a boon to you. Why? Because they are offering, through truth, some sort of union with you potentially. On the bottom of the deck, there is the flowers, which is a fantastic card, and usually talks about joy and prosperity. So I think this is good. Okay, my dear Aquarius, thank you very much. Please like, share, and subscribe. Once again, Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Happy 2020. Ciao.